afternoon in the state of Texas. The roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Houston Texans. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
18, what's that? Buggy.
They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and a yard.
Here we go. 18, what's that?
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And once again, this is Sanders. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Oh, ready. 18, what's that?
From the gun, Bigsby. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The Texans had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they moved back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
Second and 7.
On the quick, right?
Now Stroud. They'll set up a screen for Bigsby. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. You talk about this Titan defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And the big difference in the game? Their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Oh, right. Swap.
Stroud looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing now, Ward. And his throw is incomplete.
That open man that time, they ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Ward. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Third and 5.
19 Tiger.
Out of the gun, Ward. A short throw taken in by Conquo. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Ward. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. You look at the defense for these Texans. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
Pass to 60. Rig alert.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Why, Tony? Ah, what's that? 18. What's up? 19 seconds.
Here's Stroud. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On the quick, right? 18. What's that?
Now a handoff to Bigsby. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down and inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
The clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game.
18. What's that?
Now Stroud going to bat it forward on the touch pass. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 10.
What's that? 18. What's that?
Stroud. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
18. What's that?
Stroud to throw it. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Ward. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Buffalo 18. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Now Ward. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Trap 60. Steady.
Ward to throw once more. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Panther 11.
To throw, here's Ward. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Red. 60 Bison. 79 Broncos. Ready.
To the air again, Ward. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Chigakonkwo, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. That's complete. It's Collins. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Oh, 18. What's up?
Throwing now is Stroud. And he fires one incomplete.
Intended for Jatavion Sanders. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
18. What's up?
As Stroud now to throw. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
A gain of 4.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
18. What's up?
Going quickly out to the right side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
18. What's up?
Bigsby once more. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
18.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
Here we go. Let's go. 18. What's up?
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Here we go. 18. What's up?
Bigsby. will take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Ward. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch. And normally, he's a sure-handed target.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
70 range, 70 range, pass all 80. 3. Hey, pass. Rattler, 18 Rattler.
To throw is Ward. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
A gain of 14.
Back to throw. Moore. That's complete to Deacon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Titans.
Ready? Hop, big alert, 70 tempo. Check. 18, fight in. Ready,
From the shotgun, it's Ward. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Okay, break.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here we go, set. 70 tempo. Ready.
Looking to throw. Moore. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 34. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Go! Dragon, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
To the air again, Ward. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. You know,
don't see him miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. And his kick here is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Here we go. 18. What's up?
Here's a give to Bigsby. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he returns this to the 22. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Check, man. Check. Let's go now. Liking it.
Ward now working out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Moving 19.
In motion, the tight end. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Come 19. Come 19.
Throwing again here, Ward. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Throwing now, Ward. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Here we go. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Ready.
Throwing is Ward. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Calvin Ridley from 6 yards away. And the Titans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
Like a game of chess, you want to be better, bring your best. When you standing in your front yard yelling, bring them out, bring them out. I'm a hot girl yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the cold boys yelling, bring them out, bring them out.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense. The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
They'll set up a screen for Bigsby. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On the quick, right? 118. What's that?
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. They'll get this complete to Sanders, the tight end. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Y'all got to pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We might have more power rangers. Also dangerous.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
118. That's it.
They're going for it. Here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
Here we go. 18.
On the carry, Bigsby. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 18. What's that?
Stroud. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Stroud to throw it. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Stroud looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go. 18. What's that?
Stroud working out of the gun. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and
6. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. The throwing again is Stroud. Over the middle, it's complete. Touchdown! Chris Godwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Texans 20, Titans 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8. Now a 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, Ward. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now Ward. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Buffalo 18, 79 Broncos, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Again, it's Ward. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. From the gun, Ward. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Harris. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans take the lead. Excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Now another shot here at the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Texans 27, Titans 17.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
I'm going now. I'm going.
First down. A gain of 21 yards.
AC Cardinal. AC
And the
Cardinal.
Titans first down.
Ward. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
From the gun, here's Ward. The Cockrell holds it in left side. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Tennessee.
To throw, here's Ward. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Let's go now.
They'll throw again, Ward. And this one too low.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
19 target. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Here's Ward. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And his kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose, as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
A run here with Bigsby. And this defense able to plug him up there as they're getting yard to the 35.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now Stroud. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. They hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away and trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Kevontae Turpin now to return. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. This is 1st and 10.
Go, Reed, go. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Back to throw. Over the middle, he has Okonkwo. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep him from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave him, and it was successful.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Not a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
It's 2nd and inches at the 38-yard line.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. He's back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their #1 receiver.
Yeah, you'd think they'd be ready for that. That time they weren't. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll look to throw. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first now. And so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Will Anderson in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Back to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
Ward now working out of the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. The offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To throw is Ward. This is caught. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So now, after the clutch field goal, he's back out there to boot it away in what's now a tie ball game. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
118. What's that?
Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins. This is caught inside the 15. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third would win it. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. This for all the marbles. And who's got it? It's a touchdown. Are you kidding me? Caught on the rebound on the final play of the game. The Hail Mary wins it. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Titans, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
on some chill. We go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bills. And I don't feel that, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you sold, but still sold down to earth. Wanna do it, we can do it on the turf. Oh Lord, I'm the rookie and the vet. Shout out to the I ain't holding down the set. All up in my phone looking at pictures from the other night. She gon' be upset if she keep scrolling to the left, dog. She gon' see some that she don't wanna see. She ain't ready for it. If I ain't the greatest, then I'm headed for it. Yeah, that mean I'm way up. Yeah, the 6 ain't friendly, but that's where I lay up. Lay up. I been Steph Curry with the shot. Been cooking with the sauce. Chef Curry with the boy. 360 with the wrist, boy. Hey, who the is, boy? OVO, man, we really with boy. Yeah, really with the. I should probably sign a hit, boy, cause I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you gotta chill. I be on my little mouse drip. All that rap to pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All up on TV, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker. So now I'm all in Nico basement, working on the phones. Either that or drive the money mark to make the pickups. Man, it's 2008, I'm trying to paint the picture. Comeback season in the works and now I'm thinking bigger. I got in the studio every night, late night. Gotta watch it, don't wanna make them sicker. That's my oh Lord, got a whole lot to show for it. I mean, we could really get it, we could go for it. I'm just here for the Bucks and the Billies. Don't make me one of the ghosts for it. I run it, they like go for us. Run for us, run for us, go for us. Yeah, I mean you already wrote for us. Damn, what's one more quote for us? Oh Lord, who else sounded like this? They ain't made me what I am, they just found me like this. I was ready, I've been ready since my dad used to tell me he would come into the house to get me. He ain't show valuable lesson, man, I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that real. 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Real quick. 0 to
One hand on his queen, left on the freak. He probably thought they wouldn't meet. Shawty seen everything, and you know she got him beat. Cause a side ain't in the streets. She ain't the one to play with you. Her DMs, they be sliding. I respect your relationship. I don't care if you don't. But I think girls better than men. And I won't tell if you don't. A dog gon' be a dog. But a gon' be more clever. Oh, a dog gon' be a dog. But a gon' be more clever. Yeah.
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC, between the Houston Texans and the Baltimore Ravens. A lot of people at this game circled this week. Two of the best teams so far squaring off here in Week 5. On the return, it's Jalen Noel. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
All right.
They go play action with Stroud. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. He was trying to find Christian Kirk there. So 2nd down coming up.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Here we go. Let's go. 18. Outside.
2nd and 10. Stroud to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. When you are facing a top 10 defense, you don't expect to wait long to see him make an impact, partner. And it only took him one drive here.
Yep, this group, they didn't get that top ranking by sitting back and letting the game come to them, huh? They get it by attacking and attacking the ball.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Alpha, say hi.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Might be able to start their game with a score here, Brock. This is 1st and goal.
Hey, sit on. Sit on. Ready. Hey, sit on. Sit on.
They'll run here with Henry. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Sit on.
Now it's Lamar. Catch made. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
All right, got to get 4 here, Brock, or they're going to have a tough decision to make on this opening drive.
No, we changed it.
Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens parlay the interception into points. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. No to return this. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. That's incomplete on 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 18. What's up?
He'll air it out on third. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
You know they're going to keep giving him looks, keep calling pass plays. You cannot survive a game without a completion. But the results so far, yeah, they've been a little bit rough.
And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard
DC.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Jackson throwing here. Complete to Derrick Henry. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Or this is 2nd and 6 coming up. Flying down the middle of Henry. Still finding room past the 45. The 30. 20. 15. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Here's Luke for the point after. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Ravens drive out to an early 14-0 lead. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. No to return this. And this drive will start inside the 25. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
On the quick, right? 18. What's up?
Now begin with a run by Mixon. Gets up the edge to the 35. And he gets this down to the 38. Kickoff there, 39 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play.
All right. Look hot, look hot.
On play action, here's Stroud. Bails out of the pocket quick. He takes it himself. And he's going to be out of bounds after it looks like about a yard there. 2nd down coming up.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Stroud. Stopped just shy of that 1st down at the 28. 3rd down upcoming.
Rhythm. You hear me talking about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
It's a nickel set for the Ravens. 3rd down. Keeping it with Mixon. and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Texans.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 18. What's that? Robin.
Shotgun now, first round. Has a man, Dalton Schultz. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. And just like that, he's on the board. Not a moment too soon, partner. They needed him to start connecting as soon as possible.
Kate, they've not disguised what they want to do. Passing game has been just really prevalent. The numbers have been called.
Yeah.
But finally, as you said, their first completion.
First and 10, around the mix-it. And he stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Here we go. 18. What's that? Nike taxi. Hey, uno.
On the ground again with Mixon. And instead of pushing for the line, look at that, he's pushed backwards to the 5. So they'll get to scheme about this 3rd down call for a bit. That brings us to the end of 1. Our score, 14-0. Back to the bank in just a moment. Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4.
Running
right with Chung. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Texans start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Texans 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10.
No, we changed it.
Now here's Lamar. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Here's Lamar. Short pass brought in. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Jackson looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll get this through midfield and start pushing into Texans territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Report. Sit up.
Lamar off the play fake. Buying some time right. Still has some space inside the 35. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Lamar throwing again. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
2nd down now. They need 7.
Hey, Ozzy, sit up. Hey. Sit up.
Lamar now from the gun. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He'd been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it. Right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Defender arrives wide as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Oops, knocks it through. And that'll push it to double digits and a 2-possession game.
What a season this guy's having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Texans to the line. 1st and 10.
On the quick, right?
Stroud off of play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not